Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello farmers, and welcome back to Mercury Farms. We are in the field we just bought last episode, harvesting the soybeans because, well, we're at minus $4. Yeah, at the end of last episode we borrowed just a little bit of cash to buy this field before they could harvest it. So now we're harvesting it, and I did have some extra cash left over, but our seed roll needed seed and fertilizer. Matter of fact, I didn't have enough money to top off the fertilizer. We are full on seed, halfway in fertilizer. We got enough to seed the field that we harvested at the end of last episode. What am I going to put in that field? I really don't know at this point. I decided to come over here and harvest this field first. So I could check the stats, which I haven't checked just yet. Let's see, it does not need lime. It does not need to be plowed still. So that's good. So the only thing that we need to do is merge the fields all together once we harvest that field next time. And it's not going to take us too long to merge the fields. Should get that done quickly once we harvest that field over there. We'll have to spread some lime in between the fields, but really that field over there may need lime. I think that'll be the third time I've harvested it since we last did it. But we'll see what it needs. So I just wanted to get the headlands done a little bit on this field. I'm going to set them off on a worker. I don't think it's kind of a small field and it's not fertilized, so it's not going to yield that well, and it's soybeans, so yeah, I don't expect too much out of here. There is a decent price in soybeans right now, but I do want to sell some stuff this evening to help pay off some of that loan, so when midnight comes the interest rate isn't as bad. Well, the interest rate, I always say interest rate, I don't know why. It's not the interest rate. Interest rate's always going to stay the same. The interest on the loan won't be that bad. We've been spending a lot of money the past couple episodes, but with the forestry that we've been doing, we've been able to take off $100,000 on a loan and buy stuff at the same time. And now with 4 greenhouses rocking, earning $100 per hour per greenhouse, so we get $400 an hour from the greenhouses. So that's going to help out somewhat. Always, that's going to easily offset the interest that we pay on the loan. But we'll get this field harvested. Probably sell the soybeans. Like I said, we got oats that we can sell. That price was going up. The highest price was going up, so we're just waiting for that to top out before we sell our oats. We got milk that we can sell. We're waiting for that price to top out as well. So once I go one more time across, I'm going to set them off with a worker, and really the worker should be able to finish this field without having to be unloaded. As you can see, I'm more than halfway done with this field, kind of. And I got about, what, 25% of the tank? That's about it. But this will be nice, one decent sized field once we get it all merged together. And I don't have no plans on buying, well, I have plans on buying maybe more fields around here, but not merging these fields, any of those fields, onto this one that will be soon a nice field. Alright, so we'll set him up on a worker. Spend more cash, why not? Dute for New Holland, here we go. So we just did canola in the field, so now we switch back. I'm actually thinking we're going to plant some wheat today in this field, just for chicken feed, because eventually we may have another chicken coop going, so it's not going to hurt getting in some more wheat for storage. So this field, it does not need no care either, meaning lime or needing to be plowed, so we just got to go ahead and seed it on up, which won't take too long, as we know. I would like to cut down some more trees and maybe sell a trailer or two of logs before the evening hits, Evening, I consider evening hitting at 19:30, which is, so we got about 2 hours, give or take. So I'm going to go ahead and see this, and then we'll take care of our combine harvester as well. And we'll check out some of the market and see what the prices are doing. Well, now this field is all seeded to be ready for us in the morning. I'm sure it'll probably have weeds in it, and of course it'll need some fertilization. But we can go ahead and put the seed drill away, and of course our combine finished in no time. Looks like it did the whole field as we kind of expected. Let's go ahead and park up our seed drill. We'll grab our trailer. I don't believe I got any soybeans in stock either. Let's just make sure. And then while I'm here, soybeans, $8.94 at the garden center. Yeah, and I have none. Garden center. Okay, right down here. Not far to go. We're going to head and sell those outright, because that's usually a decent price, right around $900 is what I've seen. I don't want to say max, but that's what I've been seeing. Yeah, so when we expand this field's going to come out to pretty much right where my tractor is, all the way up to here. And then, of course, we'll just butt it right alongside this field here like that. But we have to wait for that field to be ready for harvest, because I don't want to damage any crops. I think I parked this a little bit too far away. So not exactly a great haul of soybeans, but it is something. What I'm coming in here for is I want to check up on the milk. 12.13 and still rising, and the oats price $6.93 and still rising. So we'll have to wait on that. What we'll probably do is head on up and do some forestry work while I wait for that price to finish rising. And before we sell anything, I should probably check on the silage as well, because we do have silage, but there's only two places we can sell it. Obviously the BGA, another one is at the livestock market. I cannot sell it here because it only accepts bales, and we don't have bales. It's loose silage, if you will. So no sense of really rushing ahead to sell the silage right now, other than getting the money. The price of BGA is not going to change at all. I think I'll park the harvester away with a header on it. I think it'll be fine. We'll be using it in the in-game tomorrow, so kind of just park it just like that. So let's go make some kind of cash, get us a little bit out of the hole here. On to the garden center. Well, here we are at the garden center. One thing I did want to bring to attention, and I don't know if I have yet or not. So this little area where it says unloading bay, there is a selling point here. And these are the things you can sell here for sure. Like pallet food, like if you have extra pig food, seeds, or fertilizer, you can sell that here. Along with, I think that's potatoes, sugar beet, and poplar. I didn't know we could buy. Nope. Here, pallets. Poplar saplings. Oh, so the other one must be sugar cane. Okay, yeah. Although it looks like potatoes and sugar beet per se. But it's basically pallet stuff you can sell here. Now, some people, I have seen someone do a video on it where they put like they would load up their trailer with fertilizer from the, like where we get our fertilizer at, then they come over here and sell it. Yeah, you do make a little bit of, they made a little bit of a profit, but I don't think we would because we are playing hard mode, and that's just, it's one of those things that I just want to buy fertilizer to sell fertilizer. I'd probably profit like $500 on it, on a trailer like this. So there we go. We got some cash to get us above, our head above water. So I'm going to go back, park the New Holland trailer at the farm. We'll grab our Volvo truck and logging trailer. We're going to head on up to the forestry area. Cut down some trees. And keep an eye on the pricing of things for the next couple hours. In-game hours anyways. And see if the price of oats stop going up and the price of the milk as well. Well, here we are up in the magical forest where it has certainly helped out the farm more than ever. We have made quite a lot of money today from selling wood. More than I thought, for sure. Actually, how much money have we made from here? Selling wood. So almost $250,000 today selling wood. I would like to get this loan back down to $300,000. Although I was not expecting to buy land in the last episode. We did. But we can kind of offset that a little bit. A trailer load or two of wood will definitely take care of that problem. But we have bought in some equipment and some greenhouses as well with that money. So it is all good. I'm starting to get the hang of the cutter once again. Although I think the controls might be a little bit different than they were in 17. Or at least last time I remember using. But I know the one thing I never got quite down was grabbing a loader for the logs and loading them manually into a trailer. I could do it, but boy, it would just take up so much time. Well, we got roughly about an hour before it gets kind of dark. I was running at ×5 the speed as I was cutting down, well, a lot of trees. So we'll check on the prices here in a second to see what they're doing. If they're still going up or whatever, then we'll probably sell some of our logs while we're waiting. But we'll cut down just a few more here. Kind of trying to do it in patches. And I'm trying to get them somewhat in the same area as I cut them. It's funny, you know, most of the times I do get the third log, like right here, or sometimes they'll disappear, kind of like, okay, not that one? Alright, that's fine. If they don't disappear, that just means more for us, right? So we'll definitely keep this for another day. It'll cost us $4,000 for keeping another day. I mean, I'm already into the next hour for the lease, so I've already paid that anyways, as we saw last episode. I was trying to figure out why I was a little bit in the hole. I'm like, where'd all my money? I had like $4,000. Where'd my money go? Yeah, see, that log there disappeared. Yeah, because we went over the 1 hour lease for this. So it was $9,000 that we had to pay for it. But really, it's been more than worth it. Because either way, I would like to sell 2 trailers of logs this evening. Because that will definitely get us to where we can pay, get our loan down to $300,000 or below. So let's turn that off. We'll just park it right on up over here. I think also that the cutters are going over the stumps easier than they used to in 17. Maybe it has something to do with these tracks. I don't know. But it's going over them a little bit easier. Alright, so if we go into market page, oats, $6.99. That has peaked. That's at the livestock market. And the other thing we're looking at is milk. $12.13 at sealed milk. I don't know where that is. Oh, it's down here. Okay. No problem. So I think since we got the truck up here and I want to need it for the milk, I'll take 1 load of logs to the sawmill. Then we'll head on back to the animal farm. We'll pick up the tanker. We'll go sell some milk. How much milk do we have actually? 14,000 liters. So pretty good amount of milk. And then we'll go sell the oats as well. Start auto load wood, switch auto load to the right. I want it on the right. Start auto load. Should have no problem filling up the trailer here. Alright, I need to unload this wood because I'm making a terrible mess of it here. Kind of the trick with the auto-loading trailer, you kind of got to be moving forward a little bit when you load it, or else it kind of gets up on the top guard. Alright, let that log fall. Turn auto-load off. That is 1 decent-sized trailer. So now I need to get the heck out of here, on down to the sawmill, and make roughly 25 grand. So I'll see you in a second. We have arrived at our destination. Hopefully we can get 25 grand for this. I got a pretty decent sized load. We'll unhook the straps. 19. 19. 19. 19. That's a little disappointing. See if I can get these logs to sell. See if they're low enough now. Alright, not close to the 20, well, it's relatively close to the 25, but it's something. Gives us a little bit of cushion. So we kind of really need to get up to 60,000 to get our loan down to 300,000, if that makes sense. We're at 360 on our loan. So now you can see the strobe lights really coming into effect now that it's getting darker out. This truck certainly has quite an amount of strobe lights, hazard lights, whichever you want to call it. But let's head to the animal farm, grab our tanker, and we'll go sell some milk down at the sealed milk factory or whatever it is. There's our lovely greenhouses. We will park our logging trailer right there, as it does a little hop and skip when I always unload it for some reason. Yeah, the only thing about this truck that kind of gets me is the reversing speed at 6 miles an hour. It's a little bit. I should adjust the kingpin or the hitch system because the trailer may clip the back of my truck if I don't. Looks good there. Alright, it's not a full load, but when you need cash and you got a decent amount and the price is relatively decent. Let me turn this on so I know Gotta get used to the truck because before it didn't have... yes please, it didn't have... You'll see here that the front two axles both steer. So it does turn a little bit tighter. But there's our 14,000 liters. Close the door up. And now, let's go sell it and probably get close to like 16 grand for this. Alright, now the only thing I don't have, and I'll probably have to turn back on because I haven't been here yet, so I don't know where exactly is interactive zone markers. I'm going to need them on for now. Ah, so I sell it there. Okay, no problem. No problemo. Oops, it was there for a second. There we go. Is it going to be 16 grand? I would think so. Actually, it's 17 grand. Not too bad. Alright, now we just need to bring the trailer back, park it up back up at the animal farm. We'll jump on down to the New Holland. We'll grab the oats and bring that to the livestock market, I think it was. We'll go sell that, get pretty close to another 10 grand. And then maybe do one more trip with logs for the evening, and then we'll head to bed. And just like that, we're at the livestock market with our oats. $6.99 per 1,000. So I'm hoping just to get $10,000 out of this. And 10,252. So I'll head back to the farm. We're going to park the New Holland there for the evening. We're going to go back up to the animal farm, grab our New Holland, Volvo truck, head up to the forest, get one more load of wood. We'll go sell it at the sawmill, and then drive on home and sleep for the night after we pay off some of our loan. Well, definitely not the prettiest loading we've ever done, but we should have enough wood on here to reach $60,000 and pay off that loan a little bit. As long as it doesn't tip over, I am okay with it. Still got plenty of logs on the ground up there, so I would say at least 4 more trailers is sitting on the ground right now. Careful, trailer, don't tip over on me now. Of course, I could just slow down. Alright, here you go, lumber mill. Have fun with that. 20 grand. Pretty good. So let's go in here. We'll repay off till we get back down to 300,000. We'll leave ourselves some cash to do some things. So we sold $276,000 worth of lumber today. You can see this money's from our greenhouses. It's going to do pretty good in the next day or so. We sold some milk for 17 grand. Yeah, we made a heck of a profit today. $105,000 so far. What else we sold? That's from the biogas plant, harvest income, and other would be leasing. This should be the leasing, I would assume. But it is getting late. Time to head on home. We'll sleep the night away and just do a couple things in the morning and call it an episode. So I sped up time just a little bit so it gets dark so we can see what this truck looks like with the lights on at night. As we head on home. Need to do some landscaping around here so I can see where the heck we are. So it does light up pretty good. Those are the strobe lights, as you can see. We'll turn the strobe lights off. But it does put off quite a amount of light. Of course, that's with lights off. If we do look inside, of course you can see the Volvo symbol, and I think those are fresheners in the front. I have no idea what those really are. Alright, but enough of that. I need to head on to bed. See what the morning brings. We should make some money from the greenhouses and lose some money from the interest, but it is what it is. I'll see you in the morning. Well, morning has arrived, and with the greenhouses, I also forgot we had to pay the leasing fee for the per day on the cutter, so there were some costs there, the loan, but we're still at 11,000, so we lost about $2,000 when all is said and done through the night. But we're coming to the farm. We're going to grab our New Holland. We're going to take care of the field that we put the wheat in. We kind of need to weed it out. And, of course, fertilize it. Well, we got our GPS all set up so we can weed away and I don't have to stare too much to figure out what the weeds are. I think this is the first time I used GPS since I put out that GPS video a couple days ago, so hopefully that video may have helped someone out. I know some people were having some trouble in some situations not getting it to work in various different ways for each different person. I tend to have no problems with it. Once I actually read more on it and studied it just a little bit to see how to use it, I seem to get along just fine with the GPS just now. Of course, in the future, I'm pretty sure you'll have it so we can turn at the end of fields and all that fun stuff. But in due time, but this is good enough for me. I can deal with it this way, that's for sure. So the next two things that we're going to purchase, one would be getting a chicken coop going, a second one. And then probably buy a header, the corn header, sunflower header for our harvester so we can plant a couple different crops. Rather than the 5 that we've been doing, which is wheat, barley, oats, canola, and soybean. Now maybe we'll look into the other crops as well once we start to get a little bit more cash, because all the other crops pretty much need a different type of a harvester system. So we'll just have to wait until I want to make sure we get our loan paid off, and then we'll wait until we get some more money, and then because I don't want to have the loan. I didn't want to have a loan at all on the series, but in order to get the farm really going, we had to. If I waited to get enough money to do the cows and everything else, we would have been here for a while. One more pass, and then the weeds will be taken care of in this field. When I bought the other field, I was thinking about buying one of these fields over here. Unfortunately, the fields had crops in it that, well, we can see that has corn in it. I don't have a header for that, so I would have to buy the field and then buy a header. I mean, yes, I could just buy the field and then just, I guess, plow it in and get a, I think I would get a stage of fertilization from that. I'm not sure. But to me, it wouldn't be worth it. And I think the other field had cotton in it, so I was like, yep, not buying a fields that got corn and cotton in it. That's why I ended up buying that one over there, because I had soybean in it. I'm like, well, I can harvest soybean. Because I would like to make this field nice and juicy, nice and big. I don't mind having small fields. But when you can, why not just make the field bigger? And once again with this weeder, in order to get it seem like in any shed, we gotta lower it to get it in there, or else it would clip. Alright, let's hook up our fertilizer spreader. That's got plenty in the tank. Now I know I said in the GPS video on how to do all these things. Hopefully auto AR. There we go. I don't have the page up to show me how to change the settings, but I know how to set the track. I think so. It's alt page down or page up to shift the track left or right. Looking all good. The auto width was AR. Alt AR. Alt. Everything's alt. Alt R. Alt X to activate the guidance steering, and away we go. And once you start using something enough, you start to get used to the hang of it, just like anything. And then we don't use something for a long time, you are all thumbs. At least we'll get this field all set. We need to go take care of the animals right after this, which is just cleaning them out. I'm hoping sometime in this in-game day we'll get the second chicken farm coop thing going. We'll have to go check up on them, just like I said, shortly. We'll see how they're doing. Because that first one's getting to be pretty well maxed out, almost. It's getting close. So we might as well get the second one going, because we can't, you know, I wonder why we can't transport chickens. We could in 17. I did that on the Pacific Northwest. Although that was a modded trailer. Yeah, that was a modded trailer for that. Yeah, it was a modded chicken coop as well. I forgot how many chickens we ended up having on it. But we were getting tons of eggs on the Pacific Northwest. I wonder why. I'm pretty sure someone will come out with a mod in due time to where, and it may already be out there, I don't know, but where we can lift up the limits on what the coops hold. And that, I'm just talking about all the coops, meaning the cows, the pens, the sheep, pigs, whatever, what have you. So 2 more passes, this field will be fertilized, and then we just gotta wait for it. We do have enough wheat in storage, so when we get the second coop going, I should have more than enough wheat to get them going. But that's why we put wheat in this field, because nothing worse than having animals and then, oh, I gotta go feed them, then you realize, oh wait, we don't have no food, and I don't want to go buy it when you can just easily just grow it. Yes, you lose. I don't want to say lose, but you're not making profit out the field when you just put it in storage to feed animals. But we will have some straw that we could sell. But by cutting the wood the last couple episodes and selling the wood, it's advanced the farm. Now we got greenhouses making us $10,000 a day. We're slowly buying more fields. Everything seems to be set in order. The farm's starting to make good money every day now. Playing on hard economy, yes, it's harder. It's not. I don't want to say difficult to do it. It's just a slower process of, upgrading your farm to what you need. And of course, like right now, we got that field that's sitting there, but we got to wait to harvest that canola over there so we can merge the fields. Let's go ahead and we'll drop this off. And we'll tab on over to the Dutes Farm. Still on the greenhouses, though. I feel like I'm kind of cheesing with the greenhouses by not putting manure in it, but I mean, hey, if I can get away with just putting water in it and getting the full profit. So there's our silage to clean up the cows. Looks like their cows are getting kind of low on straw already. I put the silage in the food trough even though they're not really going to eat it because the total mix rations are going to be more than covering it. Straw. Actually, the cows are doing just fine on straw. So I've mentioned this a couple times, but if you have cattle, cows, whatever, if you feed them total mix rations, you don't need to give them hay, silage, and grass. They're just going to eat this first, and then when they run out of this, then they'll start eating the hay, silage, and grass. So yeah, I just keep putting it in the trough. This is how much they spilled since we got them. That's probably what, $400 at the BGA. So it's not like I'm losing that much money. And it's probably good to have a little bit of food in there in case I kind of forget to check on the cows once in a while. And then, who knows, they may run out of Tillamook's rations. At least they'll have some backup food. And now we'll take care of the chickens. They don't seem to spill as much as they used to. I don't know if that was in the patch release or what. But definitely they don't drop as much as they used to. So like I said, hopefully next episode we can probably maybe put another chicken coop down here. The way I want to do it, though, I think we may have a little bit of a problem. Where is it? This right here might be right where... let's see, when I rotate it. I forgot. When I put the first one down, when I was putting that one down, I put it down here and I had problems with it. But that's beside the point. Let's come over here. How are we doing? Look at that, 2 full crates. So we got pretty close to 20,000 liters of eggs here. And eggs, for some reason, are a really good price. That's the wrong page. Let's go over here. I mean, 17, and this was a little bit better. Just dropping, but I think last time I saw it was 19. So our cows, we should get cows in a couple more days. We'll get 4 of them. So these stats will change a little bit. And yeah, we're pretty close to 300 chickens now. So another 100 chickens, this pen will be full. So it's just about time that we get another pen going. Because obviously the eggs are a really good thing to have. Because they are producing pretty good. The manure for the cows, yeah, it's starting to fill that up pretty well. We could sell the manure at the BGA. But the farm is coming along nicely. We got a lot of the equipment that we need. Now it's just buying more land, expanding it. Like I said, chickens, another header would be nice. So we can harvest different kind of crops. But that is going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you next time on Mercury Farms. But until then, have a good one.